So I've been approached by openmusicai to do a video about their service, which is another music generation service.
openmusicai is very similar to the other music generators out there. You have your prompt, some short preset here for genres, and if you click into more, a few more expansions on the type of sound that you're going for.
But this time around, let's do something different. Let's apply their service to a film that I shot in 1993, which I decided to animate using AI. So we're going to score certain scenes of that film using their service. So let's jump straight into it. Back in 1993, I made a student film. Like my student productions, it was ambitious, underfunded, and held together with determination, borrowed equipment, and a lot of late nights. At the time, creating an original musical score was almost impossible on a student budget. What I actually did was I bought a guitar and I just played one string at the most basic thing I could possibly think of. I didn't know how to play guitar, so I just created a rhythm with the guitar that I thought sounded melodic, even a little bit off melodic, and I used that to score the beginning of my film. It was pretty awful, but it has been the beginning of my film for the last, 30 years, or maybe longer since I made that film. I think it has been longer. So, fast forward more than 30 years, artificial intelligence can now generate music from text prompts. So I decided to ask the question, could AI compose the score for an animated remake of my original student film? The original film was produced in 1993, and like many films from that era, the visual quality reflected the technology of the time. But the story was weird. I went out of my way to create something that was unique. I was really influenced by David Lynch. So it's a very Lynchian kind of story, very Eraserhead. I wanted to recreate the film as an AI animated short. So the visuals will be generated using modern AI tools using Comfy UI. The editing would be rebuilt from scratch, and the music would be created entirely using AI. We're not going to try and score the whole film today. We're just going to score a couple of specific scenes, quiet scenes, and maybe some emotional scenes. So essentially, we've created our storyboard. We don't have to worry about that. We've got an idea about visually what we want to do in the film and what emotional sort of beats we want to hit.
So if we have a listen back to the original outro music, you can hear that it's just me playing one string. So that's pretty awful. So we're going to take that, me trying to play guitar and kind of failing. It changes into another song, but we're just going to use this segment. Now let's output this as an audio file, as a WAV file, and see how openmusicai can translate that into a score for us that we can replace that awful end outro with. Put it into the original lyrics, even though, because we want to make a cover of it, and make sure it's set to instrumental, and in the styles we paste that description we put in. Film score, epic, sparse instruments, alternative, horror. Actually, we can just get rid of alternative, horror, orchestral. Title, Numinism, outro. That's definitely better. Okay, let's download that. and listen to the second version. No, I think the first version we downloaded is better. Grab that from the downloads folder and we'll drag it into the timeline. And we'll start with this end quote.
Difficult to answer. I know. I don't need to believe. I know.
It's scored. So there you have it. I already scored the beginning. This is the beginning sequence scored with the first track.
It was just as if suddenly two streams were joining.
There you go. But I haven't finished the visuals. Good work. So that's not too bad. Let's download that as a WAV file and see how it looks in our film. And we'll go into DaVinci Resolve. So this is the sequence that we're going to create the animation for, or add the score to. Let's mute that, the original. So you can see why I want a nice calm score to go with that. Sparse instruments, and the character walks by, and he sits at the bus stop and waits for the bus. And he takes the bus, then he gets up, steps off the bus. We'll start with Beyond the Veil. Let's have a listen to them together. This is where I feel like it's changed to that more, the quieter, calmer music. Let's listen to the first version of Quiet Horizons. We haven't listened to this yet. Drop that in there instead. And see if that's better.
Live on to to look forward to the next day.
We can fudge that sequence because that graphic isn't right. But that's so much better. All right.
For me, the most remarkable part of this journey wasn't the music itself. It was the fact that the film I made back in 1993 can now be reimagined using tools that simply didn't exist when the original was created. 33 years ago, I was making films with whatever resources I could find. Today, I'm collaborating with artificial intelligence. And honestly, that's something I would never imagine would be possible.
If you'd like to try openmusicai, you can sign up using the affiliate link down below. I'm affiliate for openmusicai, so I do receive a little percentage from your sign-up fee, but it costs you no extra and it keeps our channel going.
If you'd like to see more on the AI remake as it develops, like and subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments what part of the production process you'd like to see next. Until then, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.